March 11th, 2024 Board of Education business meeting to start at 5:04 p.m. Everybody please stand for the pledge. The flag is to our back.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Jonathan Thurber.
Here.
Michelle Kaiser.
Here.
Dave Clifford is going to run late tonight. Michael Ensworth.
Here.
Patty Kaminsky is also going to be late. Ian Mahoney.
Here.
Aaron Novak.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay. For those of you who are here from the public, the exits are behind you to the right and behind you to the left. May I please get a motion to approve the agenda as presented and or amended at this meeting? Michelle? Mike? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Subject 3.1, may I please get a motion to approve the minutes of the February 12th, 2024 business meeting as presented at this meeting? Mike? Ian? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Sarah, presentations and reports. My head's not in.
So with the budget vote in May, at the same night as the budget vote, it is also for the trustee elections. We have 3 board members whose terms are up. We have Michael Ensworth, Patty Kaminsky, and John Thurber. We have your petitions ready to go home with you this evening so that you may rerun, hint, hint. And if there's anyone out in the public that would like to pick up a petition to run for the Board of Education, they simply need to reach out to Larry DePietro, the district clerk, and we will get that to you. There will be information on our website about that this week. At this time, Amy Petrazzi and Lena Polchinski are scheduled to do a presentation. Amy Petrazzi is home sick today unexpectedly, so she is not here. However, Curriculum and Instruction Director, Mrs. Polchinski, is here and will come up and speak to you about, will come on up and speak to you about summer program plans for 2024 as well as after school tutoring.
Good evening, members of the board, Superintendent Haddon. This evening's presentation will include a brief overview of our grant-funded summer programs and after-school tutoring support programs. Both Amy Petrazzi and I have carefully reviewed the attendance data for both and have made some recommendations moving forward for this school year. As you can see, I'll begin by talking a little bit about our after-school tutoring program. This does occur throughout the academic school year and is available for all special education and general ed students in both the elementary and middle school building. The after-school tutoring program provides select students targeted academic support to help close gaps and foster academic success. Students are typically grouped by academic needs in most cases, and it is done by the classroom or special education teacher to be able to support that child's academic current program. And students are identified by a thorough data analysis of assessment scores, progress reports, teacher recommendations based on individual academic progress, performance, and needs, and individual academic needs. Now, these students that are invited, I just want to note, that information is shared with administration to review as well prior to invitations going out for after-school tutoring. Just to give you a quick overview of our past Greenwood Lake summer programs that we have offered here, we have had the Bridging to Kindergarten program. This is for incoming kindergarten students who have been identified based off of the Dial 4 assessments in the kindergarten screenings. Again, this program is also offered to close academic gaps prior to entering our kindergarten class. And then for our Summer Skills Builder, this actually began in the summer of 2021. It was originally funded through ESSER and our COVID federal funds to help close academic gaps that were specifically related to COVID-19 Learning Plus. This program has run its 3 weeks in the past. half-day programs in the month of July, and the program was offered in the mornings for the rising 1st to 6th grade general education students. Our Jumpstart program also began in 2019, and it was funded through the IDEA 611 Special Education Grant. It is a summer enrichment program that is different from an extended school year program for special education. So this was an enrichment program that focused primarily in the areas of reading, writing, and math, and project-based to include skills practice and enrichment. Again, this one also ran similar to the Summer Skills Builder program. It was in the month of July. It was 3 weeks. It was also in the morning. So we wanted to present to you the different last summer's data. This is the attendance data for 2023 for Bridging the Kindergarten and Summer Skills Builder program. So that is the general ed program that I ran, grades 1 through 6, rising 1 through 6. Out of 59 students invited, 38 students actually enrolled in that program. We have it broken down by Bridging the Kindergarten, number of students enrolled, and we've broken down the attendance rate by weeks with an average of all three. So as you can see, the Bridging the Kindergarten had 16 students enrolled. Week 1, there was 90% of attendance rate. Week 2, it goes down to about 83, and then week 3, 77%. So as you can see, it starts to diminish as the weeks continue, averaging 83% for all 3 weeks. For our K-1 program, we had 6 students enroll in that. We began with 83% attendance rate week 1. The second week was 89%. The third week was 83, averaging 85% across the 3 weeks. For our first grade program, we had 8 students enrolled. 88% was our first week of attendance rate. Then it goes down to 79 for the second, 71 for the third, averaging to 79.
Mrs. Polchinski, just
yes.
quickly, so when we designed this last year, it was after several years of data.
Yes.
Where we have had it for 4 weeks, we've had it
Right.
for 2 weeks and 2 weeks.
Right.
Then we tried 3 weeks for 4 days, and we
Right.
tried 3 weeks for 2 days. So we've done a lot to try to see what we can do to increase attendance over the years. This was kind of the shortest, most compacted
Yes.
offering that we had at 3 days per week.
Yes.
And the average was still, across the 3 weeks, was still between 58 and 80%, with the largest participation in Bridging the
The
Kindergarten.
Bridging to Kindergarten. And yes, that's correct. We originally started with 4 weeks. We went down to 3 weeks last year. So we tried different combinations to see. Amy's program would run 2 weeks in July, 2 weeks in August. Again, we kind of shifted that last year and did everybody in July to see if that helped with attendance. So this is our most recent last year's data, and we're still seeing the decline in attendance as the weeks continue. Now this jumps into the Jumpstart program. This is the special education program. So out of 32 invited, 21 students enrolled. As you can see here, these numbers are even lower. Our 1, 2, 3 class, we had 5 students enroll. Only 27% attended week 1, 53 week 2, 20 week 3. If you look at these yellows here, these are the averages of the 3 weeks for each program grade level.
So 20% of 5 is 1 student. So we were paying, we had a teacher with 1 student.
Right. And then our 4, 5, 83% week 1, then it was 92, but then it drops to 42 in the third week. Our 5, 6, and 7, 79 drops to 38, drops to 33, bringing us to the 50% total average for the 3 weeks for the Jumpstart program. So basically, in summary, only 60% of those invited enrolled in the summer program. And of those enrolled, only 60% attended, basically only reaching 35% of our targeted group. Attendance, as you can see in the past charts, it declines significantly as the program continues week by week. The summer 3 through 4 week program has not proven to be well attended, and it could be for a variety of different reasons. You know, families are in summer mode. I know I'm in summer mode sometimes, and you have vacations planned and camps, and kids just want to sleep in, and they're just overwhelmed with school in general, and they just need a little bit of a break. And then, as you can see, the inconsistent attendance in the end equals less academic impact. So how are we really seeing students progress if they're not coming? After-school tutoring, however, has been very well attended, and likely that's because they're already here. We have the transportation available to them. They're already in that school mindset, so it's easier to reach those particular students during the school year.
We've heard from a lot of parents over the years about summer camp. They want their kids to be in summer camp, enjoy the summer camp experience, and also are looking for full-day care, which we can't offer as part of our program here. So that is a lot of the reason of the decline. They might take a week off to come to our program, but then the kids want to go back to camp. The parents want their kids back in camp.
This brings us to our proposal for the summer programs for both 2024 and the 24-25 school year. We are proposing a 1-week boot camp for our Summer Skills Builder and our Jumpstart programs to be held on the week of August 19th. This would be a 4-day program, half day, 8:30 to 12. We did kind of stay a little bit longer this time. We used to end at 11, so we added a little bit longer of a time for that boot camp. This is also a good time, we believe, because most of our summer camps are already coming to an end by this point. It's also a lot closer to the start of the school year in preparation for transitioning into that next grade level. Our Bridging the Kindergarten, however, because their attendance was pretty significantly much better, will remain 2 weeks during the month of July, because July seemed to be a good month for that program. It will also run 4 days a week, half-day programs, 8:30 to 12. And lastly, if grant funding is available, we are proposing to extend the 10-month school year tutoring program to begin earlier in the year and run a bit longer. Again, the goal for our after-school tutoring program is truly to address current gaps and enable teachers to work with their students on the specific targeted areas that they're working on in class. Does anyone have any questions for me about any of the programs or any of the data that I presented this evening? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Lynn. To tie in with the summer programs for students, we often have staff come in to do work over the summer, things that we just can't get to during the school year or larger projects that require bigger chunks of time together. So early thoughts on summer committees for this year are continuing Ms. Bolshinsky's data team work that's been going on for several years now during the summer and during the school year. School safety work, the academic and attendance eligibility policy, we will have wrapped up the second year of that, and so we'll be looking to update that, and that is a living document that we look at and review and reflect to the data upon every year. So we will do some of that. And then also the grade book and grading policies for grade 6th grade. So we've been in conversations with teachers, and we are looking to just streamline that process for students and for families, so that once they enter 6th grade, they kind of know what to expect, where to go to see grades, how things are going to be graded, etc. So that's our early thoughts, and I'm sure there might be some other things as well. On to principal reports. You have Principal Connolly from the elementary school.
So March brings learning activities and district-wide events that are fun, challenging, and develop our sense of community. On March 1st, we have Dr. Seuss Day and the National Education Association's annual Read Across America event. All classes participated in some tier time, which is drop everything and read just for fun. Students brought in books from home, Dr. Seuss books and other favorites. They snuggled up with a small blanket or towel and just enjoyed reading in their classroom, either on their own or with a buddy. We'll continue to encourage this behavior with families all this week at our PTA Scholastic Book Fair. Each class will get a turn to visit the book fair and shop for quality student literature. An evening event is planned for this Wednesday, March 13th from 6 to 8 p.m. And we hope that many families will attend, as this is a major fundraiser for our PTA and a great opportunity to support one of the best things a parent can do for their child's academic success, which is if you received last week's Dispatch newspaper, hopefully you noticed the article highlighting the success of our recent Kids Heart Challenge fundraising event for the American Heart Association. Thank you to Coach Fossey for leading this event, inspiring students and their families to learn more about heart healthiness and to donate to this national fundraiser. This year we had 43 students registered, 25 families participated in raising funds. 10 students were taught hands-only CPR, 9 students learned the warning signs of stroke, and 7 students completed what's called the FINS life-saving mission, which is kind of everything. I'd like to thank all the students and their families who participated, and Kara Donahue from the American Heart Association, who provided resources and support in the successful campaign. And while speaking of Coach Foss, students at the elementary school have really been enjoying the challenge for their rock climbing unit in PE. They learned how to traverse the wall in both directions. Students also have been challenged with providing oral coaching tips to their partners and participating in one-handed activities that develop their core strength and balance. Another fun unit for our students is the third grade biography study. Students have spent weeks researching and writing about famous people in history and then created likenesses of their person using recycled bottles as their base. And this unit also gives students the opportunities to practice oral presentation skills when they share their projects with one another. And lastly, our most anticipated event in March is Lucky Be a Laker Day, which will be celebrated this Friday, March 15th. Classroom teachers have led students in brainstorming all the reasons we are so blessed to live in Greenwood Lake and go to Greenwood Lake Elementary School. And then students have been writing about one or more of these reasons on a green shamrock that will be displayed throughout the corridors for all to read and enjoy. And our last little March shenanigans, we have our little leprechaun. If you have children in school, he has been loose. He has returned. Made a video of himself breaking into the building and coming back, and the kids are just all day looking for him, trying to catch him. And then kudos to our police officers, mostly Richie Blair. Kind of his idea. He catches them every day. And interestingly enough, he only seems to break out on Mondays and Tuesdays. Richie's and then he stays locked up all week, but the kids haven't figured this out. So it's kind of been a lot of fun, and we're having a good time. So that's the news for me. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Mr. Gillespie with the middle school update.
Alrighty. So, as we do each month, we have a lot of events going on at the middle school. So some of the highlights are here on the screen. Our Bel Air ski trip took place. So that was a great event for the kids to go and travel up to Bel Air. Unfortunately, our next big ski trip to Mountain Creek has been delayed twice. So we've watched the weather each week ahead and hope that we can get to Mountain Creek. And both days that we were scheduled had heavy rain, so we didn't want to send the students out for that duration of time in the rain. So we were rescheduled for now. Like again, they canceled it twice, but our hope is that we pull it off this Wednesday. And the forecast right now is looking good. So we're excited to get the students over to Mountain Creek, because as you can see, we're kind of winding down on the ski season with the temperatures going up and especially with all the rain too that we've had lately. So a little bit about that. The second quarter celebration we also had for our honor roll, high achievement students, and also those who had perfect attendance. So that was another nice event for our students to come down and enjoy some sherbet and yogurt and be recognized for their achievements. The other recognition that we have on the board too is the Student of the Month breakfast. That was just last Friday. So those are our students who were honored for perseverance. So they came down and enjoyed breakfast. And I've really enjoyed having the Student of the Month breakfast because each month that goes by, I get to meet a few more kids more intimately and have more conversations about them their history in Greenway Lake, what they love about Greenway Lake, and have some more conversations about our school in general, and kind of pick their brains. So the Student of the Month breakfast is something that's a great honor for them, but also enjoyable for me as I get to know them. The March Madness Reading Challenge began last week on March 4th. So we had a kickoff. Each homeroom was extended so teachers could go over the whole presentation of what the reading challenge is. Our librarian shared out a nice slideshow, kind of detailing the expectations for reading, and then also how the event will run. So the picture you see there is actually the board that's down in the cafeteria right now. So it's the bracket, just like any March, there's a lot of brackets flying around. So this is our bracket, and I believe today was the first day where they turned in their slips, their reading slips. So the teams are going to start to move on for the highest minutes, and also, thank you to the PTSA also for there's some nice donations that are going to come as part of a raffle for this, and then a celebration at the end of this program. The final event that you see up on the screen was the community basketball game that was sponsored by our Teachers Association. Great turnout for everybody who was there that night. Really, fun game, but also the baskets, the tricky tray. I think a lot of people were excited for that. There were some great baskets that the whole community contributed to. I believe the amount was over $7,000 raised, right? So that's tremendous for an event like that. So $7,000 raised, and that will go to help the 8th grade class activities as well as the scholarship fund. So thank you to the Teachers Association for putting that event together again. Also, last week was the end of our 5-week marking or checkpoint of the 3rd marking period. So with that, I was also able to meet with students. So I met with all students last Tuesday. We had 2 assemblies, one for grades 6, 7, and 8, and one's for grade 4, one in the afternoon for grades 4 and 5. And it was basically just kind of a check-in for all the students right now to remind them of setting expectations, goals, things for them to remember, and things to focus on right now with 15 weeks left in the school year for both their academics and also for behaviors. As the year goes on, it's important to have healthy reminders. So that's exactly what we had last Tuesday. So. We talked about all the great events that are coming up, so it kind of keeps that focus as we move forward. As far as upcoming events, we have, I talked about the progress reports and where we are. Those will be mailed home, so I just want to make note that the progress reports will be getting mailed home this Friday. In the past, we have distributed them to students to bring home, but they're going to be getting mailed home this Friday to families. Also, this Friday is our spring musical, the first showing of Finding Nemo Kids at 7 p.m. And then on Saturday, the second showing will be at 10 a.m. So the kids have been working hard, both getting ready to perform in the play, but also with set design. So I've been able to kind of, as I pass through each day, see it coming together more and more. So that's another exciting thing to look forward to this weekend. Next week, spring sports start for Modified. So Modified spring sports will kick off. The coaches have been meeting with students that are interested, getting all paperwork filed with our nurse, Ms. LaRoche, so that everybody's cleared and ready to go. And we will be starting up with all spring sports again, hoping that the rain is behind us and we can get the fields dry. It's always important in the spring season, so we are looking forward to that as well. And then a couple other things are the PTSA Book Fair, which will take place next week, the 19th through the 21st. And there's also the PTSA Book Fair Family Night that will take place at the middle school from 6 to 8. And then finally, on the 21st, our 6th to 8th grade chorus will be taking a trip up to Albany to perform. So that's another great student event for them to be able to go up to the Capitol and perform, and then also see what goes on up in Albany as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
posted on the agenda today that we'll be addressing. Okay.
Audit committee? Budget committee, we have a meeting, workshop scheduled for, as soon as this is over. Warwick liaison, anything exciting?
Just a reminder that for all the parents of juniors in high school, you need to have your junior parent meeting with your child guidance counselor. You can email your child's guidance counselor. There's also like a Google form, I know, on the website. You can just click it and sign up. But it's like very important that just for junior parents that you meet with your students, guidance counselor, just to make sure that they're on pace for graduation and to talk about future goals, college, and scheduling for next year. Also, the junior formal date has been just released. It's May 23rd, 2024. All senior parents, like orders for everything, the deadlines have already passed, but just in case anyone forgot to order the cap and gown or yearbook, anything like that, anything that's imperative for seniors, especially cap and gown, just make sure you notify the school immediately so that you can get a late order in for that. And good luck to all the students trying out for spring sports. Started today, so trials were today. Yes, good luck to all the
Thank you. Chester?
Same thing, varsity JV spring sports start today, Monday, March 11th. It's a special education PTSA meeting tomorrow, March 12th. And then the spring musical for Chester Academy is April 12th.
Thank you. Oxbow?
We actually had an in-person meeting, which was nice to see that. We had it was a really good presentation about all the mental health aids that Orange County offers. We had a lot of excellent speakers, a lot of really good information. Karen Meyer said she was going to send it out, so we could maybe post it to board docs, but I have what they have, so maybe I'll just give it to you, Sarah, or Mary, put it on. Their big thing was, people think that Orange County doesn't have resources for some people that really need the help. The fact is they really do, and they have a lot of good information. People are in need of that. They have numbers for students where they can reach out if they're feeling like they feel embarrassed to ask someone for help. They can reach out themselves. There's excellent resources for student support staff in every district. Our student support staff does an excellent job, but this is on top of that also. So it was really well worth the presentation. I'm glad I was there for it. So
Is that information that would be good to put on our website?
we
for
can
parents
absolutely
to
put it on
access?
there because there's so many different numbers and everything. So yeah, I'll just pass along. Put it right on the website. It's really the list of numbers is a really excellent resource. So we should put it somewhere.
Okay, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Nisbah?
The only thing NISBA has right now that's pressing is the aid campaign, federal aid campaign. I know Sarah sent out information on what you can do to kind of reach our legislators and the governor to kind of slow the impact of the budget cuts that we're anticipating. So if you need that information, please reach out to Sarah. She'll get that to you. But it's imperative that you do take action.
Just to follow up what Michelle saying, because we got an email late this afternoon from Karen Meyer at BOCES. Senator Skoufis is going to meet virtually with board members. If you're interested, it's going to be on Wednesday. It was very short notice. We had to let her know today. I'm going to get on with the call, so I'll be on the call with anyone else who wants to jump in. Let Karen Meyer know. She can send you the link, or I can forward you the link, and we can get on if you're interested. It's at 12:30 on Wednesday. It's only about a half hour, so if you can, let me know and I'll send you the link.
Thank you. Anybody here from the PTSA? Or have any updates? Anybody here?
I know they were looking for volunteers for the book fair at the elementary school. Jenny Hall is the person to reach out to if anyone's interested in coming out.
And then Village of Greenwood Lake. I know there's a big Village of Trustee vote on March 19th. So if you're part of the village, please go out and show your support for the village and vote for the trustees that are running. They're all very good candidates.
They're also having a living history event this Saturday afternoon. And that was part of the reason why our spring play is so much earlier in the day on Saturday, is so that people can attend both events. So check online for information about that. But that's a centennial celebration.
And then I would just like to thank the teachers union for putting together the basketball game. The community really seems to enjoy that every year. The teachers, particularly this year, and the admins have enjoyed it a little bit more than they did in the past. I think the final score was 67-52. It was almost 70 if Coach Foskett hit that three-pointer at the end, but took no mercy this year. That's it, I think, all we have. So, privilege of the floor.
Hi, my name is Amy Bellantoni, I'm a community member. I'm just curious about this approved home instruction consultant agreement. So we're a public education, right? We're a public education here, so I'm kind of curious what this is. Is the state requiring that we provide home instruction consultants, or, and we're getting state aid cuts now? So I'm just curious, is this something that we're gonna have in the community now promoting home instruction to my board members and so on? Right, some of you guys put the agenda here? Or? I don't know, that's all that. Approved home instruction consultant.
Yeah, I think Sarah, we have the answer right now.
Yeah.
So I believe Sarah's.
Oh,
So it's for monitoring homeschool students that are homeschooled.
okay, so as a taxpayer, I did my public education, I did my public education. So is that, and that's what I'm asking you, are we promoting home instruction?
No, we by law, we have to monitor families that choose to homeschool their students. By law, we have to monitor them, and we have to read all of their reports. They have to submit quarterly plans. They have to submit reports to them, and the school districts are responsible for reviewing them, evaluating them throughout the school year.
And do we get state aid for that? If they do, then that's okay. So we get no state aid for something.
It is unfunded.
Is
It is
this
an
something
unfunded mandate.
like, so it's unmandated?
Yeah, we
So
can go
it's
ahead.
unmandated?
So this is an unfunded mandate. If you have further
It's
questions, you're welcome
unmandated.
to reach out to me.
And we're having state aid cuts. And we're cutting summer school, we're cutting other programs. Okay, thank you. And this is gonna go on the taxpayer bill.
Anybody else? Have a privilege of the floor? No. So we do have an agenda item. Thank you, and we'll have it further. Is that it for privilege of the floor? Yes? Thank you. Subject 6.1. May I please get a motion to approve the February 2024 financial reports and monthly warrants as presented? Mike? Aaron? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 6.2. May I please get a motion to waive the second reading and adopt policy regulation 6700-R.2, purchasing standard conduct, conflict of interest as presented. Michelle? Mike? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 6.3. May I please get a motion to approve the MOA for the school custodial unit local 74 USWU as presented? Mike? Patty? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 6.4. May I please get a motion to execute an agreement with Curcio and Curcio attorneys at law as presented? Mike? Aaron? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 6.5. May I please get a motion to approve the agreement with Dr. Charles Coletti for home instruction liaison services as presented? Michelle? Mike? Any discussion? Michelle?
Hi, so just, so that people aren't clear on why we're getting a consultant for the homeschooling, so I do homeschool, so I am familiar with it. Previously, we reported to BOCES, there were some delays, with us getting our confirmations, so Sarah thought best to go to another consultant. Homeschoolers do pay taxes, so our tax money does go towards this, so it's really not coming out of any aid. But we need someone who's responsible, who's gonna report in a timely manner, especially when we have high schoolers that go to college. So,
Send it to school. Send it to
No,
school.
no.
And by law, we have the choice to homeschool, so, you know, that's why we have the consultant. It's important to have that. We have about, over 20 families or 19 families in Green Lake alone. For the district to take that on by itself is a lot. And for someone to go through all the reports in a timely manner, I don't think Mary can handle that load on her own. So it's important that we have, you know, someone who is experienced in this, can get it to us in a timely manner, knows the rules and regulations, knows the laws, that can support our families. So it's important that we do have a consultant.
We've already received notification from several families expressing the difference in service and thanking us for the change.
And just on another note, he does have a good reputation from what I've heard.
Good. Thank you, Michelle.
How many families are we talking about that's homeschooling?
All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 6.6, may I please get a motion to approve the security consultant agreement with Southern Westchester, BOCES, and Altiris? Mike? Aaron? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 6.7, may I please get a motion to approve the Orange Ulster BOCES cooperative purchasing agreement as presented? Mike? Aaron? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 6.8, may I please get a motion to approve the Magmo consultant agreement as presented? Mike, Aaron, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 6.9, may I please get a motion to approve the health services contract with Goshen Central School District as presented? Mike, Aaron, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 6.10, may I please get a motion to accept the proceeds from the sale of 2 obsolete vehicles as presented? Mike, Patty, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 6.11, may I please get a motion to extend the agreement with Auctions International Inc. as presented? Aaron, Mike, any discussion? All in favor? Motion passes 6-0. Subject 6.12. May I please get a motion to authorize the district clerk to publish the legal notices for the May 21st, 2024 budget vote and election as presented? Ian, Michelle, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 6.13, may I please get a motion to approve Phoenix Graphics as the printer of the May 21st, 2024 election ballots as presented? Michelle, Patty, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 6.14, may I please get a motion to amend the rate of pay for poll workers, table inspectors for the May 21st, 2024 annual budget vote and election as presented? Mike, Ian, any discussion? All in favor? Aye, motion passes 6-0. Subject 7.1, may I please get a motion to appoint Lena Atabortois as long-term non-certified substitute as presented? Mike? Ian? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye, motion passes 6-0. Subject 7.2, may I please get a motion to appoint Dara Janelle as the spring musical director as presented? Mike? Aaron? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye, motion passes 6-0. Subject 7.3, may I please get a motion to establish and provide stipend to employee for performance of food service director functions as presented? Mike? Aaron? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye, motion passes 6-0. Subject 7.4, may I please get a motion to amend the stipend for Scott Sullivan for food service department accounting and finance work as presented? Mike? Patty? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye, motion passes 6-0. Subject 7.5, may I please get a motion to approve Craig Roberts as certified substitute teacher as presented? Mike? Ian? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye, motion passes 6-0. Subject 7.6, may I please get a motion to appoint Stephanie Summer as non-certified substitute teacher and substitute teacher aide as presented? Mike? Patty? Any discussion?
This is one of our own coming back,
Oh.
so it's great.
All in favor? Aye, motion passes 6-0. Subject 8.1, may I please get a motion to accept the CSE recommendations as presented at this meeting? Mike? Aaron? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye, motion passes 6-0. Subject 9.1, may I please get a motion to adjourn to executive session regarding the employment history of a particular person or persons? No action will be taken after the meeting. Mike? Patty? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye, motion passes 6-0. The next Business Board of Education meeting will take place on Thursday, April 18th, 2024 at 6 p.m. in the middle school cafeteria.
And it's on Thursday because of the BOCES. So that's why.
Are you having a budget workshop today, a little bit?
Subject 10.2, can I please get a motion to adjourn the meeting? Mike? Michelle? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0, and the meeting ends at 5:47. There will be a budget workshop that is going to be this evening, and it won't start any later than 6:30.